Two dudes, one cup of coffee. Your maybe consider.
I just lost audio.
Did you? Can you not hear me?
I can now.
Oh, okay, good. That's good.
Wait, were you just punking me?
Yeah, I was crap talking there for a second.
Oh boy.
You have to wait till next week to hear what I actually had to say.
That's exciting.
I know, right? Super excited. Real
Yeah.
excited.
I know what's on the show.
So
That's good. Did you post anything yesterday?
I uploaded it. When you say yesterday, you mean Saturday, which they would normally post things. No, I did not post on Saturday. Today is Sunday. We're recording a day late than what we normally do, and that's timing whining.
Did you post something recently?
Yeah, I posted today. I posted today.
Son of a... Was the one that got posted most recently the one where we bring it down to like a PG-13 rating?
Yeah, and then we talk about how crappy, or not crappy, how garbagey a candy corn is.
Right. Okay, that's what I thought. I gave JC a heads up a few episodes ago. He was like, "Oh, can I watch this one?" I was like, "You probably shouldn't watch the one I just uploaded. It also has some explicit content, or that you just uploaded. Maybe wait for the next one where I dial it back. The explicit content is going to be for our Patreon listeners only."
I think the last two, so last one and then obviously this one, are like far better than episode 3.
Dude, agreed.
In terms of adult content.
Yeah, and lack
I should
thereof.
probably put a mic right there. Maybe that's what my problem was. The mic was. Whoa.
Way better.
Whoa.
Oh, when did you get that fancy mic?
I've had it. I just forgot that I had it. That's how crappy of a podcast this is.
Wait, you've had that and you haven't been using it?
I haven't been using it for the past 5 minutes. Nope.
What about the last podcast?
Oh, I had it.
Weird.
Yeah.
I feel like I just saw that mic for the first time today.
A lot of times it's not really in the picture. I think maybe it's because the way that the angle is.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Is that a new Kraken jersey?
It is. It is a new Kraken jersey.
It looks pretty sweet, like those anchors on the shoulder.
Yep. Yeah. I love their secondary logo.
Yeah.
They're on a 5-game winning streak.
Nice. Go Kraken.
Yeah. They just had a 3-game road stretch and won all 3 of them. Calgary, Wild, and then the Penguins.
Very nice. Kick all their asses. Yep. I don't know who I'm supposed to root for anymore when it comes to anything. None of the places I've lived long-term growing up have pro teams. Seattle's the only place I've lived for any length of time that has pro teams. But now I'm in Arizona, and on the one hand, it's like I should still support the Seattle teams because my mom was a Mariners fan as a kid, so I'm just going to support all the Seattle teams. But I also don't care enough. I'm a very casual fan of the sports ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's fair.
I still have a little bit of love for the Kraken, though.
Yeah,
about as much as I can muster. You know what's fantastic? Because I do end up talking sports quite a bit at work, which is kind of funny since I know so little about sports. I knew the Mariners had never been to the World Series. I did not realize that they had been to the World Series and won it. Except their win doesn't count because it was in '94 during the strike, so it was a shorter season.
The Mariners?
Yeah.
They've never been to the World Series.
That's what I thought. And then there was this whole big discussion about this at work. And all this stuff was going off. And it's like, no. They went in '94. I was like, no, they've never been. They're the losingest baseball team in history.
They're the only baseball team. They're the only baseball team in Major League Baseball that has never been to the World Series.
That's what I thought.
Never. 95 was the first time they made it to the playoffs.
Right. That's what I thought. So what's this tomfoolery about '94?
I don't know, man.
People are lying to me.
Let's do some research on the interwebs. MLB
Because one of the things I love about that,
1994
bunch of bums who
World
can't.
Series. It was canceled due to a strike by the MLB Players Association.
Right.
So that part is true.
That's what I thought.
But I think that might be the whole season.
So you can't trust people.
And that was the second time a World Series had not been played.
Mm.
And the first since 1904.
Wow. I wonder if the Mariners win the World Series, is that one of the signs of the apocalypse?
It might
I know
be.
there's no official curses out there, but
So the whole league was on strike in 94.
crazy. Yeah.
Wait,
That's
never mind. The strike began on August 12th, 1994, and resulted in the remainder of that season, including the postseason of the World Series, being canceled.
That all makes sense. Yeah, I vaguely remember that. What's important, folks, is that we have all kinds of dead air on this podcast.
What? What's going on?
Exactly.
Oh man.
We gotta get someone on the computer to do our computer wizardry while we're chatting.
Yeah, that's for sure. So I did get some really great recommendations from a particular friend of ours,
Sure.
Which I think we can completely disregard because we're not going to do what he wants us to do.
No.
He's like, why don't you guys talk about Marvel or Star Wars? I'm like, well, because if we talk about that stuff, it's going to be stuff that you don't want to hear. So,
yeah.
Sorry, buddy. If we talk about Star Wars,
who doesn't want to hear?
JC.
Oh,
JC ain't going to want to hear our conversations about Star Wars.
Yeah, then why is he asking us to talk
because
about it?
We're going to talk about the stuff that he doesn't like about Star Wars because that's what is fun to talk about.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, if it happens naturally, it happens naturally. That's a good segue, actually, into my review. That's right. That's a good segue into my review of Black Adam.
Oh, let's hear about it.
Yeah, it sucks.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, JC's going to disagree with you.
Well, he has no taste in movies, obviously. He's going to wish he was on now to debate Black Adam. No.
Yeah, he is. You had your opportunity, JC, to debate about Black Adam.
But you were too much of a scaredy cat.
No, he said he had things going on today.
That's fair. That's what I tell the girl that I'm totally not dating, and I don't want to see her that night either. I have nothing going on. I just go home and eat graham crackers. But I tell her I'm super busy. The truth is I'm just tired of her.
Are you really?
Yeah, a lot of times, yeah.
Why?
Because I like my alone time.
Okay.
I like going on. I like hanging out with her 1 to 2 times a week.
Okay.
More than that, and she just starts to annoy me.
Hmm.
It's just too much.
Yeah.
More than that, and she starts thinking that like I'm her boyfriend, and she's trying to have me meet her parents and eat dinner at their house. And
see, that's not a good sign there.
And her parents, her mom bought tickets for the Eagles or somebody next year in like August. And then Turtle Parrot's like, hey, do you like the Eagles? I'm like, yeah, they're a good band, I guess. Instead of using my favorite quote from Big Lebowski, but I was like, yeah, sure, they're a good band. I enjoy their music. Why? She's like, oh, well, my mom bought tickets. I was like, what, for me and us? She's like, well, yeah, but we'd have to go with my parents too. And I'm like, what? When is this concert? To August of next year. Why is your mom buying tickets for the 4 of us to go to a concert a year? Like, I'm not going to be dating you a year from now. I didn't say that part, so I'm trying to get some that night, but, and I did. But still, look, that's not what's important. What's important here is Black Adam has its moments.
Okay, we're coming back. We're gonna as a infamous White House press secretary.
I gotta turn it.
We're gonna circle back to that. We're gonna circle back to that.
Circle back to that.
Black Adam. That's
Yeah,
what's up with that hair, man.
I don't know, dude. It's just
Cut it
one hair
off.
place.
Cut it off.
Nah,
It's
dude.
insubordination. You cut that thing off.
I need to hire a stylist before I get on camera. Like you look very well put together. Who's your stylist?
Myself.
Ah,
And I
he's
like rolled out
amazing.
of bed looking like this.
He's amazing.
Yeah, I know. Right.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome. No, honestly, it's not a bad movie. It's just not a great movie, right? Like it's a very like movie by committee, hitting the check boxes of what a superhero movie is supposed to be. Black Adam is actually a villain who's turned anti-hero in the comics. And they make a big point of verbally saying how much of a villain he is, but everything he does is good. He does kill bad guys, so anti-hero, not pure hero. And he does fight the Justice System. Oh, spoilers, by the way. Spoilers for a movie from 3 weeks ago. He does fight the Justice Society. It's like there's tension there, but it felt very formulaic. And DC, I don't know why they can't make good movies anymore. They just, again, I don't think their movies are bad, except maybe one or two. They're all kind of blend. They're missing an X factor, where it's like, okay, well, I've seen this before. Oh, by the way, the movie is basically it's like 2 or 3 movies in one, and I'm slowly getting myself out of the shot, aren't I?
Yeah, you are. It's getting weird.
That was an accident. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry. I need to get a stand or something. I don't know.
Tripod.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Under $40.
The relationship. So I don't know where to start. So the whole thing is like super heavy-handed anti-imperialism propaganda. Okay, like from the first like 5 minutes or so of the movie. It opens with a long monologue setting up all the lore. So like you gotta love that. That's a good way to really. I mean, granted, one of the greatest movies of all time opens with a lore dump monologue. Lord of the Rings, but is it necessary for Black Adam to have like a 5 minute lore dump monologue about demons and magical crowns? And maybe it is. I don't know, but there's got to be a better way to set up the movie than just here's a bunch of lore that's not really going to remember. They definitely set up some cool issues in the very beginning of the movie where he gets injured by a weapon, like a man-made weapon. So that when he first shows up, he's wrecking it. Nothing can touch this guy. He's friggin' Superman, basically. Except magical, right? And he's shooting lightning bolt out of his ass. And you do see bad soldiers getting just murked and electrocuted left and right. And there's a cool scene where the action scenes were well done. The story and plot, not so much. But like he gets injured by one of the man-made weapons, and then that never happens again. That could have been a real driving point of the movie here. That like he has a weakness that could be exploited, but we're gonna show it and then just never bring it up again because he's God.
Yeah.
His relationship with this like 14-year-old kid on a skateboard is basically John Connor and the T-800 from Terminator 2, where Black Adam is this massively powerful older man who's basically not cool, right? And the kid's like, no, you got to have a catchphrase. Like the whole movie, the kid is teaching Black Adam how to not be so stoic and angry. I'm like, oh, I've seen this movie. It's called T2, Judgment Day. You know, it's fine. Oh, keep talking. Right. Okay. Also, along with all of that, the white imperialist stuff's kind of like there's a scene where he breaks out of prison and it's just all these white guards, basically SWAT officers, what they look like, just beating the crap out of him. There's numerous scenes of just showing how evil and terrible white people are and how much we oppress people of color. And I'm not saying that has not happened in history. It has. To say otherwise is a lie. Should it stop? Yes. But I don't know. It bothers me. It feels very heavy-handed.
You said white people oppressing people of color?
Yeah. That has happened.
Which isn't wrong, but yet also, how did the white people get the people of color?
From the other people of color.
From the other people of color. No one wants to talk about that.
No one wants to talk about the fact that the Irish were also slaves. That every culture, every epoch of history, including the one we're currently in, the modern day, still has slavery.
Yeah.
It wasn't just the Americans, which is some strange notion that's been popped up in the last like 30 years that only America ever had slaves.
Yeah.
Sorry, every culture has throughout history. But anyways, back to Black Adam. I mean, it's a fine movie. Whatever. Watch it on Netflix or something. It's not. It ain't worth the almost $100 I spent at the theater between tickets and food.
Yeah. Hey, so what's the deal with the similar outfits between like Black Adam and Shazam and all those guys?
Oh, Power is from the same person. They're all from the. So I don't know the nitty gritty details, but basically they're all the same outfit because their powers come from the same wizard.
Okay.
Like when Black Adam changes, so Black Adam's the same thing. He's just a normal human being who says the word Shazam, and then he's Black Adam in a strike of lightning.
So who does Shazam? Wait, does Shazam become Shazam, or does
Shazam becomes Shazam? So Shazam is an ancient wizard. Okay. And the name Shazam stands for like, the speed of whoever, the strength of Hercules, the intelligence of Euripides, the whatever, right? I forget which each one is, but Shazam is an acronym for all these, the strength of Zeus and Ares, right? So there's this ancient wizard. He comes to this little boy. He's like, "Hey, little boy, do you want powers? Get in this van." And the little boy's like, "I love magic powers. I'll get in your van, old wizard." And Twist, the wizard, gives him powers instead of kidnapping him. But what you do is you say the wizard's name, Shazam, bolt of lightning. Now you're super powerful and you can fly and do magic, right? But apparently, it's not like there can only be one Shazam. Anyone can say Shazam. Doesn't matter. So they have the same power set from the same mythical wizard thing. And the reason Black Adam is that's why they look similar in uniform, I guess. And I guess if you are the chosen one by the wizard, you can also share your power with other people. So Shazam shares his power with all of his friends and his family, and you get the Shazam family. There's Mary Shazam and Little Pippin Shazam and Tiny Tim Shazam and whatever. And Black Adam's like, nah, I'm the only one. There is a really great scene where when Black Adam first meets the little boy, he's like trying to teach the little boy violence. And his mom is there, and it's like, whoa, 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 don't teach my son how to be violent. And The Rock says, well, you're right. I should not teach your son violence. That's a job for his father. And then she's like, well, his father's not around. And so The Rock says, well, then who is going to teach your son violence? I mean, there's some pretty heavy themes going on here where the movie has this undercurrent of white imperialism on peoples of color across the world, and The Rock playing a superhero, a black superhero, basically, whatever, person of color superhero who is as powerful as Superman, saying to children of color, you must learn violence. Some interesting sub themes going on.
Yeah.
But I agree. I mean, little boys should be taught violence.
Okay.
All right, that's fair. So, anyways, that's my review of Shazam. It's okay. It's not great. The end is kind of stupid. They have a sky beam. You gotta love the sky beams. Those have been passe for years now.
Yeah.
He fights the devil, so like that's cool, I guess. But it's just CGI and dumb and whatever.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay, we can move on.
Yeah. So, which base did you get to?
Third.
Oh, cool.
I think that counts as third. It definitely wasn't a home run.
Okay.
I mean, we're talking about baseball, right?
Yeah.
I didn't
Yep.
strike out. I got on base, but I did not score.
Trying to remember. I don't want this one. What?
I don't know. Are you looking up the analogy and how it works?
Yeah, I can't remember it because it doesn't really matter anymore. First
Right.
base.
Well, it
There
turns
we
out
go.
it's different. I was talking to some ladies at work, and they had mentioned something about it, like, I don't know, like holding hands, like, oh, you made it to first base. I was like, holding hands is not first base, ladies. Like,
That's on deck.
yeah,
That's in the batter's box.
yeah, exactly.
So this says first base is kissing.
Okay,
Second base is hand stimulation above the waist.
okay.
And third is oral stimulation.
Below the waist. What
And
is
then fourth base or a home run is intercourse.
Yeah. So yeah, third base. Like I said, I was right. To be fair, I could have gotten a home run, but I was missing certain protective gear for the game, and I was disqualified.
That's fair.
So
I guess. Yeah. Yep. That's fair.
I didn't have my mask, and COVID spiking. So
You didn't trust that little package wrapped thing in your wallet that's been there for the past 10 years?
no, I did
Nah,
not.
I wouldn't either. You should toss that.
Oh yeah,
That's bad, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
I also kind of don't want to. Like I do, don't get me wrong, but I'm also worried that
You don't want to throw away the 10-year-old condom that is never going to see any action?
no, I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to score. Kind of.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Did I tell you? I think I told you, but did I tell the podcast what she said that freaked me out a few weeks ago?
The LLU?
Yeah.
I don't remember. That's crazy.
She dropped an LU on me.
Yeah.
And I didn't break up with her, even though I probably should have when she said that. But if she's already dropping the LU and we haven't even, played a full game yet.
It sounds like man, I remember, like, how old is the song?
So, I mean, I want to because
Liz Fair. You know who Liz Fair is?
I've heard the name. I'm aware of her, but I don't know her work.
There's
I feel like
a
she
line.
makes music for lesbians.
Huh?
I feel like she makes music for lesbians.
No, I think that's Meredith.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
Mm.
I don't think this is for lesbians though.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I don't know. Who cares?
I have
Whatever.
a lesbian friend. I'll ask her if she likes Liz Fair or not.
There's a line. Where is it?
Ask her right now.
So there's even a line that says, "Here we go. We're at the beginning. We haven't fucked yet, but my head's spinning." Like, her head is totally spinning, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah. This song came out. When was this? 2005. Wow, that's a long time ago. I thought it was earlier than that. What are you doing?
Me?
Yeah, what are you doing over there? Hold on. I gotta yell at some children right now, okay?
Yeah, do that. Well, I'm looking up. I'm texting a friend of mine who I think likes Liz Fair, and I want to know if she likes Liz Fair or not. So that's what I'm doing. This is such a crappy podcast. It would have been nice to see Black Adam take a few more chances as a movie, to do something a little more unique and interesting than just people punching each other and CGI.
Yeah,
Also,
that's fair.
I don't know why DC can't seem to make people fly right. I think they did an okay job with with Superman, if I remember correctly, but like seeing The Rock fly, I don't know if it's because he didn't have a cape, but it just the special effects of him flying or floating before he flies just looks so off to me, and I can't pinpoint it. But I'm like, we've been having realistic flights since like the 70s. I mean, granted, the OG Superman special effects don't quite hold up but still, even that kind of looked better somehow than this. There's a way to shoot flight that I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems like, and so I don't know. Like, is this like the new? So, like, I can't remember. Is it just the DCU now, or is it the DCEU?
It's now just the DCU. They've
Okay.
dropped the E. I don't know why, but they have decided to drop the E. Probably because it's stupid.
Well, I can understand the whole idea of like the extended universe because there's a lot of different things going on, and there are a lot of different universes.
Yeah.
So if they're going to try and bring everything back to the same, just the one, timeline, so to speak.
Yeah. I think honestly, the best thing DC can do at this point, you either lean into the fact that your movies are not going to be deeply connected and do things like Joker and Black Adam, and like you either, I guess my point is like either go, look, we're DC and none of our movies really technically connect the way that Marvel's do, but here's some Easter eggs, some little bits of this and that, so there will be some crossover. Or just go do a hard reset, you know. So they just, even the ones that I enjoyed weren't great. I'm one of 5 people who liked Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
But it's also not very good.
No.
Like, you know. We fell into JC's trap. We're talking about comic books and Star Wars. Could Superman beat Darth Vader?
Yes.
Could a lightsaber cut the Kryptonian skin?
Is it a Kyber or is it a what's kryptonite? Is it a kryptonite crystal?
Yeah, sure. Stone.
Like
Crystal, but
yeah, but can you put that into a lightsaber and can that
kryptonite lightsaber.
What so like I mean like the Kyber crystal. So like what makes it, is it just because it's the force is there and you bond with this? So I mean like you could essentially say that if it's another crystal, because like kryptonite looks like a crystal for the most part.
Yeah.
Like you could argue that might be force imbued.
So what we need to do is we need to get Disney to relinquish control of Star Wars, convince DC/Warner Brothers to buy the properties so DC can do a DC Star Wars crossover where Vader or somebody makes a lightsaber with kryptonite and murks Superman. That'd be dope. I would read and watch the F out of that.
I'm trying to remember. I know a lot of times like some things like exist in other universes, and I don't know if like the movie Star Wars exists in the DC universe.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if it does or not.
Because it does exist in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
Because it's referenced.
Exactly.
It's on Captain America's list of movies to watch.
That's right. Yeah. I don't know if it exists in the DC universe. That's a good question. Yeah, something's it's a weird thing. Like it's really weird to me that I think in both universes, I know for a fact in DC, I think it's this way in Marvel, but like the comic books that we read exist in the comic book universe and our stories of the heroes. So it's like in the DC universe, Batman is real, but there are also comic books about Batman in the DC universe. That
it makes sense.
Read, you know. I mean, yeah, why
like
not?
There's video games about the baseball players and football players and sports stars that we watch.
Yeah, yeah.
So why would that not be the case?
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm probably not gonna break it off with her because I do enjoy hanging out with her and fooling around, but I'm starting to feel less good about it because she's catching feelings.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, I mean, it's nice to have somebody to kind of share bits of life with, but at the same time, it's like, you just came out of a lot of things.
Yeah.
She kind of did too, which is weird. I mean, she was just
Right?
engaged to a dude, right? So
Yeah. And it's
there's that going on.
and then like Halloween, that was just whatever, a few Mondays ago. And so it was Halloween, had a blast at the actually we could talk about Halloween at the fitness club I work at.
Keep talking. I gotta go get something real quick. I'll be right back. Keep talking. I can hear you.
Okay. So it's Halloween. And anyways, the point of the story with the turtle pair is after work she's like, hey, what do you want to do? And I was like, well, I'm gonna go, I got stuff to do. And she's like, no, but it's Halloween. I was like, yep, but there's stuff I have to do. She's like, but I really wanted to hang out with you today. And I was like, I can see that, but I have things to do, so I'm gonna go. And so we split. And then later that night, she texted me. She's like, well, I'm having, pizza and wings and scary movies with my parents. I was like, that sounds like a lot of fun. I'm going to stay home and do those things I told you that I'm going to do. And then she texted me, she's like, I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty upset about this. I was really looking forward to spending Halloween with you. It's my favorite holiday. And like, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'm not going to lie. It's my favorite holiday as well. And I'm looking forward to spending it alone. Like, I don't want to make new memories with you about Halloween, which is kind of a jerky thing to say, but I'm also being very honest with her. Like,
yeah,
maybe it sounds really dumb, but I'm like, I'm not at a point as much as things. I'm not ready to have new memories with somebody else.
Yeah.
Not around those kinds of key events.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather spend my Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, etc. alone because I'm a weirdo. I don't know. Like, it's too relationshipy. It's too much.
Yeah.
I'll probably spend New Year's Eve with her though.
Yeah.
But I don't care about New Year's Eve. It's a dumb holiday. Who cares?
It is a super dumb holiday. So speaking of holidays,
yeah.
Last time we spoke, we talked about what I believe is a garbage Halloween candy.
Yeah, so wrong, but okay.
I ended up going out and getting a bag.
There we go. The autumn mix in particular, I like that because
it was all that was available. It was all that was available.
No. But here's my question: does that mean there's candy corn that's not for autumn? Is it the candy corn summer mix?
Well, they got the little pumpkin.
Oh, I see that. I see. Okay, now it makes sense. I didn't.
You got the traditional candy corn.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, jeez. And then they got this.
Is there a ghost?
This other one that's missing the white.
Ooh, that can't be good.
And one that's got like that.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah.
And then I also found this funfetti stuff.
Oh yeah, funfetti candy.
Oh, this stuff is amazing. This stuff is so good.
Okay,
this is like borderline S tier. This is still garbage. S tier.
So I guess garbage is lower than S tier. Okay, because S tier is not good as it is.
Amazing, crappy. Amazing, crappy.
Same
thing.
Wait. I thought S tier stood for shit. Shit tier.
No.
Is it super tier?
I don't know what it means. S tier is like the highest. Triple S tier. I don't know. I don't know what these young kids are doing these days.
God, right. But okay, so the funfetti's good.
The funfetti is good. I mean, here's the thing. When I say something is garbage, it doesn't necessarily mean that it tastes bad.
Oh, okay. Then it
Because
would
that was
be
the argument. That was the argument that a lot of people wanted to argue. It's like, oh no, that's great. And now we just lost Ed. That's okay. We'll see if he comes back.
What the
So,
hell?
so when I say something is garbage, it doesn't necessarily mean it tastes bad. I just think it's garbage. And Edward's audio is in and out. There he is. Hey.
The phone decided I was driving when I was walking across the floor.
Went into car mode. That's awesome.
Yeah, went into car mode. I'm looking for candy. I mean, I have candy here, but no candy corns. So don't let me. I'm not doing it, Adam. You can't make me do it. I'm not eating any candy. Oh God, I want candy.
So again, it doesn't mean that I think it's terrible or it tastes bad. This is garbage.
Okay.
Like I'm not gonna reach for it if it's in a bowl.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
If there's other things. Now, if it's the only thing, then yeah, I might eat it.
Sure. As you are right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, makes sense. Ooh. Excuse me. Now, for Halloween, case in point about how much I want to spend Halloween alone. I got to the home that I live in totally by myself that I pay for. So I'm totally not mooching off anybody right now. This story is going to be hard to tell for it to make any sense if I keep that ruse going. So I'm at work, right? I get to work.
The fitness club.
At the fitness club I work at, and all the employees are dressed up. One lady is dressed up like a soldier. One lady is dressed up like a pirate. One lady's dressed up like a chicken. There's a banana walking around, And some of our club members show up, and they're all in like plain street clothes, except for one lady who shows up dressed like a biker. And I show up dressed. I was supposed to dress up as Elvis Presley, but I was like, that's dumb. I don't like dressing up. So I showed up dressed the exact same way I dress every single time, like slacks, button-up shirt, nothing different.
Yeah.
So Turtle Pear starts telling me to get dressed up. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. And she starts pushing really hard. Like she's like trying to bully me into dressing up. And I'm like, good thing that I'm immovable. The more someone pushes, the deeper I dig in my heels. And I was ready to not be dressed up. And then this lady dressed up like a biker, who, by the way, was the first friend I made at the fitness club. She looks at me and she goes, "You just don't want to dress up because you're a big chicken."
Nobody calls me chicken.
That's right. She found a secret cheat code to get me to do anything I don't want to do, and that's to call me a chicken. So I reached my hand into this box full of costumes, pulled one out blindly, and put it on. I was a pirate, but specifically a lady pirate.
Nice. A bearded lady.
Members had fun with that all day. They'd forget I was wearing it, and then they'd see me go, "What are you wearing? Are you wearing a skirt? Why do you have a dress on?" It was good fun. It was good fun. Yeah.
We watched episode 3.
Oh yeah.
The other week, and then we caught the tail end of episode 1 last night on TV.
Yeah.
Nobody calls me chicken.
Nobody calls me chicken.
What are you, chicken?
Yeah, that's specifically in. That's okay, but real quickly, what? I legitimately don't remember that line ever happening in episode 1 or 3, and I feel like the way you segued into it and then segued out of it. Are we talking about different movies?
I don't know what movie you're talking about, buddy.
I'm assuming you mean Star Wars.
No.
Oh, okay. Because most folks, when they say episode 3,
correct.
Not most folks. What was that?
Should I say part 3?
Part 3?
It's part 3 and part 1
of. I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
What movie? What movie? What character? What main character says nobody calls me chicken?
I don't know.
You Marty McFly.
Oh, okay.
Biff. Biff says, "What are you, chicken?"
Oh yeah.
And he's like,
Right. No one calls me chicken.
"No one calls me chicken."
Right.
Like that's the one thing that always gets Marty in trouble is because he's like in part 3, they're back in the Wild Wild West. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the movie that came back out in the 80s, they're in the Wild Wild West, and like it's not Biff, but it's someone else in his familial line.
Yeah,
Way back
yeah.
in the day. They're at this big, huge get together. They're about to fight, and this guy's like, "What are you, chicken?" And then
Right.
like the music and the tone just is like, "Oh shit."
Right. It's on now. Yeah.
We know what Marty's gonna do now because nobody calls Marty chicken.
Right.
It always gets him in trouble.
Gotcha. Sorry, I have not seen those since I don't know, I was 8 or something. I mean, they're
Wow,
great
dude,
movies.
go watch it. Go watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of movies like that where I remember how much I enjoyed them. I'm like, I know it's good. I know like it's a classic, and I loved it when I saw it, but I also haven't seen it since I was 8 or 10 or something, and it's like, oh, I don't know.
Like
Yeah.
I hadn't seen Rocky Horror Picture Show in at least, I mean, maybe 19 years. I think the last
Yeah.
time was back in the early when I was in my early 20s.
Right. Yeah.
We were watching it again. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. No,
This is dumb.
it is a bit of a yearly tradition for me, and I do really enjoy it, but it also very much like drags. It's not actually a I didn't even mean that. Ooh, what a good accidental pun. I wish I had intended that. But yeah, it's I think the key to that really I've never done one of the shows where they go you watch at a theater all dressed up, but I think it's got to be more interactive or like on in the background. If you're just going to sit and watch it, it's like this is
It's
not.
rough. It's tough.
Yeah, basically
And
everything after the first half hour is like, what are we doing here?
I actually went to one of those live shows,
Oh, really?
and that was nuts. So like they played the movie on the big screen, and like the theater kids would run around on
Yeah,
stage and out into the audience.
right.
And so if you did anything out of ordinary, like they would try to pull you up. And so it's just like
Yeah,
I'm sitting there like, don't do this to me. I don't want to do
right,
this.
right.
I don't nope.
I don't want to be here.
But of course I got dragged to it because the girl that I was kind of into wanted to go to it.
Yeah, that's what. Yep,
So yeah, that's what you do, right?
yep.
And so it was mind blowing because I mean, obviously they have everything kind of memorized and
Oh yeah. I think it'd be fun to do. Excuse me. What I really wanted to do was I found out there's some theaters around here that do just old movies in general.
mm,
You know, I mean, they still have a couple new movies, and it's like a full like dinner theater. I haven't been. I don't know if it's a table, what it is, but like there's a waiter who will take your order and bring you your dinner for the movie. You know, so it's a full kind of thing, but and they do it with new movies. But what I'm really interested in is the old stuff. You know, so
yeah.
but I haven't done it yet. So good story, I guess. Yeah, yeah,
I think that's a really untapped market. I think they could probably go a little bit harder.
I
Like
think so.
a lot of these major theaters. Like I mean, you're not. I don't know. Like it's tough because it's like I'm not 100% sold on investing my time and energy to knowing when those things are going on.
Yeah,
There'd be times where we'd go to the movies. This is probably the first time we went to the movies after COVID, and they did one of those advertisements for like an upcoming old school movie that was going to be played in the theater, and I'm like,
yeah,
huh, that's next week.
right, yeah,
I want to do that, but I don't have the time
yeah.
to make that happen.
Well,
And so
yeah, and it's always like a one night only. It's like, could you give us a week at least, or
yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's tough because I could understand not wanting to sell a bunch or not sell a bunch of theater space when
yeah,
you could be optimizing it, but I don't know.
yeah. But it's
I
something
don't
I'm
know.
interested in. There's and like I really wish I had done it on Saturday before Halloween because one of my favorite movies of all time is Army of Darkness. And it was playing at one of these old school theaters with the dinner on the Saturday before Halloween. I was like, I'm there. It's gonna be amazing. I ended up not going for lots of reasons, but even that, like, oh, I've seen one of my favorite movies ever on big screen for the first time, And I was like, or I'll just stay home and save money. Like, who cares?
Mhm.
That was the Saturday after she dropped the LU bomb. And so I was like, let's not go out. We were going to go together. And then I woke up that morning after she said that to me, and I was like, so, hey, I'm going to watch the fight with my brother. I'll see you later. I just canceled all our plans for the weekend. And then ended up not watching the fight either. So I did nothing. Loser.
Hello,
There we go. That's what I was doing. You did it better.
Exactly. Yeah. I have not seen any of those movies in that franchise.
Really? Oh man.
So,
Okay.
so is Army of Darkness connected to like Evil Dead?
Yes. Army of Darkness is technically, I suppose, Evil Dead 3, one could argue. Evil Dead, he's like, I'm going to make a horror film. Evil Dead 2, he's like, okay, I'm going to make Evil Dead again, but this time it's not going to be bad. Spoilers, still not good. By Evil Dead 3, he called it Army of Darkness and said, you know what? My first 2 attempts at making a scary movie were really just kind of funny. Let's just lean into the funny.
Sam Raimi? That's who. Ooh, he's done a lot of other stuff.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Wait, so what movie was Bruce Campbell in? Was that the newest?
I don't know about anything new he's been in. I don't know.
No, there's yeah, he was in something. I want to say it was Multiverse of Madness. Was that directed by Raimi?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell's in that.
Oh, who does he play? Is it just a little cameo thing?
Some random like hot dog sales cart sales dude, and like gets trapped in one of those infinite loop things.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen that. I probably should. That one does look good. I know I've almost everything's been spoiled for me as far as like cameo appearances and stuff. And again, I'm in this weird place where I care and I don't care.
So, and I don't.
I think I don't want to get sucked into the point where I was before, where it's like I feel like my whole life was revolving around the MCU and Star Wars.
Well, that's fair. Were you a big fan of Burn Notice?
I've seen a few episodes.
Okay. Because do you like Bruce Campbell overall?
Yeah.
Because he plays a character in that. I thought he was fantastic.
Okay.
Sam Axe is this character.
Yeah. I mean, I think I like Bruce Campbell, but admittedly, I only know him from the Evil Dead trilogy and then like random cameos.
Got it.
Almost, hey, it's him. But like I don't like follow his work or anything. I did not care for I think HBO or somebody put out a TV show called Ash versus the Evil Dead, which was basically, Evil Dead, but as a TV show. And honestly, it wasn't bad. I watched the first couple episodes, but I couldn't get past the special effects because it was all CGI and like kind of crappy CGI.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, Evil Dead and Army of Darkness is so firmly rooted in practical effects for me that seeing the CGI, I was like, I don't care.
Got it.
They're definitely worth watching. They are. If you want to have a scary, funny time, Army of Darkness, it's hilarious. I don't know that you need to watch the first 2 to understand Army of Darkness. I think it's not that tightly wound together. It's very much its own film. There's probably a few things you might not get, but I really think, and the first 2 are also pretty good. There's some weird stuff. There's some classic Sam Raimi directorial things he does, and
mm-hmm.
they're worth seeing, especially if you enjoy horror films. So, speaking of horror,
with that.
Don't watch Smile. That's a new one that came out this year. It's dumb. And Barbarian is pretty good, but super weird. And yeah, Barbarian's a weird one. It's worth seeing though.
So I'm not a huge fan of horror movies. I think one of the ones that I like actively chose to go watch was Vacancy.
Oh, okay. What's that? I don't know that one.
Let's pull it up. So it's got Kate Beckinsale and Luke Wilson in it, and their car breaks down. Their car breaks down. They go get it fixed. They drive away, and then it breaks down again.
Nice.
And they have to walk back. They end up getting a room in the hotel, and there just happens to be VHS tapes in the room, and so they put one of them in, and they realize that it's the room they're in.
Oh, that's not good.
And it's like, what's the? Like I don't know the.
Everybody killed.
Yep. And so like then it's them trying to escape and get out of it.
Oh, that's neat. Okay, yeah.
I guess some of the other ones would be that I actually thought were good. There was I think it's called 13. It's about like the 13 ghosts, and I think
is it actually called 13 Ghosts? Because that's an amazing film. Where it's like the mansion, and the mansion is all super like high tech and magical, and
yep, that's the movie. 13 Ghosts.
Oh man, that movie's so good.
But that was based off of something else.
Really?
It's a remake of a 1960 film called 13 Ghosts.
Oh.
I could have sworn that it was based off of something else on top of that, like in terms of like the story.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a great movie. I thought that was pretty great.
Yeah.
That wasn't like too gory. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I mean, I do enjoy a certain level of horror and gore. If it gets to another level, though, it's too much for me. You know. It's actually funny. I was talking to a buddy of mine.
Like when we talked The Ring and The Conjuring, like, no, I'm good. Nope.
Never seen them.
Nope, I'm good. I don't need to see that.
I'm with you. I've not seen those ones. I do prefer, like, I love monster movies, which are not horror movies, but like back in the day, I think they kind of were. I don't know. But I really like monster movies. Not a big fan of. I like supernatural ones, but it's got to be the right type of supernatural. I said The Conjuring, The Ring, Exorcist, not my cup of tea. Not interested. I like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so I guess I do like some of the gory ones. House of 1,000 Corpses, zombie flicks are good. 13 Ghost Ship was good. Well, I barely remember it though now, but
that sounds familiar.
Yeah, Ghost Ship was pretty good. It's been a long time though, but 13 Ghosts is one that I watch most, not every Halloween, but frequently. Trick or Treat might be my favorite Halloween movie of all time. That one is amazing. The sequels, garbage. Just avoid the sequels. They didn't need to be made. Oh
my god. We just watched one movie, and it's probably maybe the first time that I've seen this movie in its entirety in at least 20 years. And like it's like kind of becoming one of my favorite quotes. And it's like so like this guy, he's been asked his qualifications. What makes him qualified to do the job that this guy Adam is looking for. It's like, I attended Juilliard. I'm a graduate of Harvard Business School. I travel quite extensively. Lived through the Black Plague and had a pretty good time during that. I've seen The Exorcist 167 times, and it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it. Not to mention the fact that you're talking to a dead guy. Now, what do you think?
What movie is this?
Beetlejuice.
Oh, that is
like Michael Keaton, man. Oh my gosh, just
fantastic.
Oh man, so good. I love it.
I should have known what it was. My bad. That is a great one. They're remaking it. That's too bad.
Oh man,
not a remake. They're making a sequel.
Oh, that might not be bad.
Maybe, you never know.
As long as it's not like the Ghostbusters sequel or revamp with the chicks.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad.
Gun, but apparently that was a good sequel, so if they can go that route,
But isn't the Top Gun movie just basically Top Gun?
Yeah. But have you seen Top Gun with cats?
No, I have not seen Top Gun with cats.
I gotta say, we gotta figure out how to watch silly short things live on the podcast, because Because that'd be dope to have a third screen of like, wait, Adam, you haven't seen Top Gun: The Cats? Watch this, and then the audience of 2 gets to watch it with us. Be like, oh my goodness, that's amazing.
Dude, I was looking at analytics. 1 person watched the last episode.
Nice.
15 people watched you talking dirty about the festival.
Now, did they drop off because it was dirty and it was too much, or did they drop off because afterwards it wasn't dirty?
I don't know. That's a great question.
So
That
maybe
is
the
a
next
great
episode
question.
we ramp it back up to the Triple X content.
But the episode before that,
Yeah.
let's see here. This pull it up. This pull up the data. I'm all about the data.
There we go.
Is it data or data, Jay Inslee? Data or data?
It really depends. It's all
guy,
content.
I tell you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's a bum.
I can't wait
One
for
of
him
my
to be
favorite
on.
words.
All right, episode 1 has 31 views, then 9 views, 5 views, 15 views, and then 1 view. And then I think the 1 view on this episode is me accidentally watching it.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? So I wonder. That's weird. What did we do to pump it up to 15? Did we pimp that one out better? Did we really,
I don't know. It's possible.
Maybe they just saw it called Tales of the Festival. They're like, "Ooh, this would be exciting." Went to a festival.
I don't know.
And then it dropped down because they're like, "Oh, this is not." When I found out your parents were watching it, I was like, "It's not."
I
good.
didn't watch it.
No, I thought you said they did. My mom found out that I'm doing this thing. She didn't even know I was making this. And then like she kind of, however happened, she found out I've been recording a podcast with you, and she's like, "Oh, what's the name of your podcast? I want to come listen to it." I was like, "Nope. I was like, "Mom, I appreciate the support. I would love you to like follow the page or whatever, but you cannot listen to this podcast." Like,
so here's what's funny
yeah,
is talking about our podcast, and I don't know when this individual had seen the video titled 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
Oh yeah.
But JC told me that when I say BG, you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
BG apparently has seen that video, and it says that it has changed his life and he cannot forget it. I don't know at what point BG looked up 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
I mean, I'm gonna assume he saw it, back in the early 2000s when it was making its rounds.
I kind of need to ask him, like the other night or tomorrow or something, because he's been off the past few days. But JC mentioned it on Friday. He's like, "Did you guys kind of name your podcast off of this one video? 2 Girls?" Yeah, yes, we did.
Yep, that's exactly what we did.
Because our podcast is designed to be crappy.
Just like that video.
He's like, "Those girls are eating poop out of cup." I'm like, I know. I've never seen it because I'm not going to watch that.
Whoa, you haven't seen it? We got.
No, I haven't seen it. Nope.
You got to do a reaction video.
Should I?
We're only 20 years late.
Okay.
We got to capitalize on the
okay, maybe I'll do that.
Moment.
Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that later when the kids aren't around, and I could watch that and record my reaction to it.
Well, yeah, you can't do it with the kids around, obviously.
No,
goes without saying. You need to
definitely goes without saying.
Be as alone as possible, and maybe as drunk as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a terrible video. Yeah, my buddy sat me down and made me watch it and do a reaction video with me. It's out there somewhere. I don't know. Honestly, the best part about that terrible video was the reaction videos. Like those were enjoyable. Yeah, you don't need. I mean, I feel like you need to, but at the same time, like I said, it's 20 years past the zeitgeist. Way to capitalize on the moment, right? So,
yeah,
not necessary. But yeah, I made my guitar player watch it.
2 Girls and the Cup.
Oh, I don't know about that. Be careful. Yeah, I made my guitar player watch it. He hates me for it, but
it's on YouTube.
It was definitely a rite of passage when I was a kid. I shouldn't say kid, when I was a young adult.
So this is funny. Somebody brought this up. I saw this the other day, where it's like with no social media.
Hold on. There's someone coming in the back door. You gotta.
Yeah, we already talked about it. All right, go on. Bye bye. No. Dude, come on, stop it. I don't know. I don't need to see this.
It wasn't on purpose.
I hate that POV, man.
It wasn't on purpose.
Turtle pair POV.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
What was I gonna say? I don't know what I was gonna say. I had something good and then I lost it. Every day in the neighborhood, every day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine?
It's a comfy sweater.
Hey, Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, well, it's a comfy sweater, so I don't care. All right.
Is it a family heirloom, or did you recently buy it?
I bought it last night.
Nice. Hold on.
Okay, you hold on. I'll hold on. Hey, can I take the car?
As long as you have it back by 50. And be careful backing out, because apparently when I came in, I'm way too close to that.
Yeah, you like to do that. I know.
Well, it's worse than usual.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you're taking the car.
Thank you. Yeah. What's so funny there, buddy?
I thought it was bad that I had a 6 and a 5-year-old that could interrupt me with this.
Nope. Yeah, not as bad as my interruption.
Oh man. How was Temple?
Yeah, it was great, I'm sure. We actually don't go to Temple on Sundays. You're thinking of the Jews.
Your place isn't called a temple?
There is a place called the Temple, but that's not where you go on Sundays.
Oh, okay. That's how much I don't know.
Yep. So yeah, Mormons have buildings called temples. But oddly enough, so the temple is the most sacred and holy place on earth, according to Mormons. And there's like, I don't know, a couple hundred of them or something. So it's heaven on earth or whatever. Has to be sanctified and blessed and dedicated and all kinds of stuff. But what's interesting is you'd think on Sunday, the day of worship, is when you'd want to go be in the house of the Lord. It's literally called the house of the Lord, the most sacred place on earth. Yeah, no, not open on Sundays. You know, it's the one place you can't go on a Sunday is to temple. Now, I'm getting in my mobile office, so it's probably going to switch back over to driving mode. So, you know. This podcast is get better and better. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that. You can see my cup of coffee.
Hey, how about that?
Frame now.
Yeah.
Look at that. Neato. Okay, let's see if I can get out of this garage without. Holy cow. I don't know how my mom got in this place. Oh, I just said who I was talking to. Lord Almighty.
Is mom code word for your landlord?
Yeah. Throwing my landlord's car.
Weird.
Oh.
So weird arrangement you have there, Edward.
I know. Well, you know, I told my landlord, I was like, hey, I'm kind of tight on funds right now, I'm trying to put my life together, blah, blah, blah. And my landlord's this sweet old lady, and she says, well, you can use my car instead of buying your own because you seem like a nice, respectful young man.
henceforth the haircut and the Mr. Rogers sweater, But she said, you got to do some things around the house for me. So I'm basically grandma's boy. That's how I live my life. I go to work. I'm dating a hot coworker, and then if I'm not at work, I'm doing all kinds of crazy chores for old ladies.
All right.
And then also getting wicked stoned and drunk at the same time. 'Cause why not?
Why not, Edward?
Why not? Why not?
Working on paying back your debts, yo?
Oh, you very much so. Yes, sir. No, I really am. I am doing that, but there's also a bit of yeah, okay, I'm not. I've been partying. But after this trip to Seattle, which is next weekend, but by the time this podcast goes up, it'll be last weekend or possibly this weekend.
This weekend you will be in Seattle. This
Right.
is
So,
awesome.
this is Sunday, right? When do you post? You post on Fridays?
Saturdays.
Oh yeah. So tonight, come to Linwood Vessel Tap House. I'm gonna be there playing the music with the band.
You heard it there, folks.
7 p.m. Linwood Vessel Tap House. Opening for The Warning and Disposable Zeros. It's gonna be awesome. Come have a drink with me. Come have a drink with me. Oh boy.
Are you bringing your girl with you still?
No.
That's good.
Yeah. No, she's not allowed.
I hate to say that if you're watching this, I don't know if you should be going with Ed. I'm just saying, it's too soon. I'm just saying.
Thank you. Now I will say that when her mom told me to invite Turtle Pair,
dig your heels in. Dig your heels in.
I did, and I'd only been with Turtle Pair. We weren't even together yet. We've been on like maybe 3 dates. I'm like, this is ridiculous. At this point in time, I'm like, yeah, it's probably okay. We've been going out for a couple of months, Sounds like it might be time for the podcast to end today. We did get a pretty late start because I was sleeping. Sorry.
It's all good.
I was up to like 2 a.m. eating graham crackers.
Plus, like timey-wimey stuff, like it was fall back, fall forward. Did you guys change time at all or no?
I don't think we do.
What time is it there right now?
10:49.
Okay, so we fell back. You stayed the same. Okay.
Yeah. Because Arizona's not stupid.
No, they're not.
Any place with daylight savings time is stupid.
No, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing that.
You're just looking at you, 49 other states.
Yep, we're on the wrong day. We're at the wrong time.
Everything's off. I'm not feeling good. I haven't been feeling good all weekend, but
There you go. So.
Anyways, good catching up to you, man.
Yeah, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right, have a good one.
Good thing I just
All right.
moved the mobile office.
What?
Okay, bye.
What?
I just got my mobile office and